Hello, beautiful Scorpio. I am Elena Valdez, and I am here to do your June tarot reading, June 2024 to be specific. I hope you are all doing fantastic. I am so happy you are here, my beautiful Scorpio. And we're going to get right into it. We're going to start with potential challenge for the month of June, and then we're going to move into the opportunity for joy. Then we'll get some advice for you. And at the end of the reading, we're going to ask a yes or no question. So think about a question that you need a yes or no answer to, and we'll come back to it at the end of this reading. All right, Scorpio, let's get into this. Dear Spirit, what is a potential challenge that Scorpio is dealing with here in the month of June 2024? Decision time, darling, decision time. Judgment came out, first card out. Already you're starting off the major arcana. You just can't do anything small, can you, Scorpio? I said it before and I'll say it again. I love Scorpio energy. I love it, I love it. All right, two more cards, beautiful Spirit. Okay. Ask and you shall receive. Ooh, I got three cards actually. Let me see if this is what actually needs to. Yep. All right, beautiful. You got Judgment, followed by the Five of Pentacles, followed by the Two of Cups, into the Magician. You're trying to manifest some changes here in your I'm not going to call it romantic relationship yet because this is a general reading, right? I forgot to mention that. This is a general reading, which means anything can pop up. It can be love, career, purpose, family situation, and sometimes just a mix of all of it, okay? But right now, what I'm seeing is there is a relationship. Whether or not it is romantic, we don't know yet. But there is a sense here, my beautiful Scorpio, that you are bringing something back that was supposedly already done with in the past. You're bringing something back to revise it, to review it, to look at it, to see if it's something that can be converted, transmuted from a pessimistic, maybe down and out kind of energy that you had with this other person into a more agreeable situation that works well for both. And there's a reason here. I feel like the reason you're feeling the need to either rekindle or reassess or bring this up again, there's a sense of urgency in making a decision here. And the Magician here is urging you. It's almost like you're being urged that this is now the time to figure this out, Scorpio. If this is a work situation, it could be as simple as, let's say there's been some kind of conflict. The poverty card is here, and the poverty card doesn't necessarily have to mean that there's going to be a financial issue. It can just very well be being in that energy of pessimism, negativity, that woe is me, oh my gosh, I'm out here doing this alone type of thing, right? So this could be a situation that's actually happening at work. If it's not relationship, if it's not love, we're going to open up the reading and get some more info. But for now, there's a challenge here. You're not sure. You're trying to decide whether or not something is worth rehashing, reassessing, and whether or not it's worthy of being given another opportunity. This can be people you work with. It can be an old project, an old product, an old service, or it can be a love interest as well. Okay, so let's open this up. Let's get some clarifiers. What do we need for you for clarifier? I'm going to use this deck for you. Now, again, this is in the challenge, and the reason it's in the challenge is because there's a decision that needs to be made. And I feel that the reason the decision needs to be made, the reason there's an urgency here is because it's affecting other factors of your life. It's like, it's a ripple effect, right? So once you figure out how the situation is going to be handled, it'll affect a necessary secondary step you need to take elsewhere. It's almost like you need to see if a certain situation B is going to work so that you can, whether or not you can keep situation A. All right. Clarifiers, please, dear Spirit, for Scorpio for the month of June 2024. Clarifiers, please. Let's clarify this energy. I mean, it's pretty clear to me, but let's see if the clarifiers give us a little more info. Three cards, please. 3 cards. You know, lately this month with my readings, I've been asking for 3 cards and Spirit keeps giving me 4 cards. So there's something with that energy. This is not correct. Make it clear, Spirit. 3 cards. Clarifying the energy here as a potential challenge for, okay, the Lovers. This is a, more than likely a romantic situation here. Especially with this particular deck, that makes that Lover card very specific to romantic situation. Now, because this is general and it pulls different Scorpios, some of you may feel like this is, some of you may feel like it is career, right? All right, so you got, what? Are you serious? Scorpio, come on. Like you got the Lovers, then you got the Queen of Cups right next to the King of Cups. What? Okay, yes. You're moving into, oh my gosh, look at this imagery. Just look at this pair. This is about finding your person with the Lovers here. I mean, come on, Scorpio, this doesn't get any clearer. You're rehashing something with someone in the past here, potentially. A lover, someone you had a relationship with. For some of you, this is a situation with the current spouse that you have where you're trying to create a relating with your current person. You're trying to get yourselves out of a state. It's almost like for some of you, you've reached a state of stagnancy in your current relationships that I'm feeling unsexy. I'm feeling like some of you are starting to feel unsexy, or potentially your partner is. There's like a lack of, you know, the merging. There's an issue here with your merging with this person, this individual. And you're starting to feel the effects of that in your own skin, in your own nature. Like you're feeling unsexy, like you're starting to feel like you're not that attractive, or you maybe like your swagger's going away, that kind of thing. And so something is being reignited here, whether it's with your current relationship, or for those of you who are not in a relationship, someone else, or maybe some of you are in a relationship and someone else is coming up here, being reintroduced into the mix somehow, to be re-explored, okay? Again, the Judgment card very much talks about things that were already shut down from the past. So this can apply with a current person that you're with right now, that things were not working and you were already starting to give up, and all of a sudden there's a resurgence, right? The Magician can sometimes also talk about experts to help us heal something. So for some of you who are in a relationship that hasn't been going well, maybe physically things have gotten, you know, not like that's been lost. Some of you are going to go to an expert as a couple to help you bring this energy back together again. And maybe that's part of the challenge, because it's going to bring up a lot of stuff to look at, right? But in any sense, if this is, whether it's your current person that you're with or someone else, this is definitely an indication of relationship, and it's definitely lover type romantic relationship with this here. And it's a challenge. The reason it's a challenge is, number one, for those of you who are currently in a relationship and this is someone outside of your relationship that you're being pulled towards, clearly that's going to pose a challenge, right? If you're already taken, you're already committed to someone, assuming you're in a monogamous relationship, right? If you're not in a monogamous relationship, if you're in an ethical, non-monogamous type of situation, this can mean two situations happening at once. Like you have the situation at home, your primary person that you're trying to figure things out with, while there's someone new here that's stimulating your interest. But that's causing tension. I mean, I tell people all the time, just because you're ethically non-monogamous, right? Because we have monogamous people here and we have non-monogamous people. And just because you're ethically non-monogamous doesn't mean that people don't get jealous. And people don't understand that just because you have an agreement with a non-monogamous partner, it doesn't mean that jealousy doesn't pop up, right? Within that agreement of non-monogamy. So for some of you who that applies to, this is a thing that's happening currently. All right, let's move into, but either way, there's an opportunity here for a very nice pairing. And I suspect that the reason it's a potential challenge, Scorpio, is because someone's either not fully available for this yet, or maybe the person coming in is a little intimidated by what you currently have going on in terms of your current family life or romantic life. And yes, I'm speaking for both, to both monogamous Scorpios and non-monogamous Scorpios, okay? All right, beautifuls, let's move this up into what is the opportunity for joy for our beautiful Scorpios here in the month of June 2024. What is the opportunity for joy? Two more cards, please. Some of you watching are definitely in ethical, non-monogamous relationships here, because the opportunity for joy is to clearly okay, yeah, one more card, please. You got the Three of Pentacles so far, the Eight of Wands in reverse, and then the Fool. There's some agreements that need to be, there's some expectations, boundaries, clear guidelines, clear expectations that need to be discussed here. So whether it's with a new love interest here, whether you're monogamous, non-monogamous, it doesn't matter. It applies to both sides, that you need, that there's some expectations that haven't been discussed. And for some of you, the reason I kept getting pulled with this monogamy, non-monogamy, I don't usually talk about this in my readings, but some of you are really wanting to go into this. You see how the Fool is moving into the Three of Pentacles here. It's like there's a need, and this can be on your end, beautiful Scorpio, or it can be at the end of a partner where they want to literally walk into a third-party situation, but they want to be free to do it, right? You have the Eight of Wands right here in reverse. That's kind of not allowing that to happen, because an agreement needs to be, like, people need to agree upon the terms of this other situation. Some of you may be wanting to actually break off from your current relationship so that you can go explore something else with someone else. But the opportunity for joy here, my beautiful Scorpio, is to quite literally be honest about it, be open about it, and come to an agreement with people who this is affecting in your life. Like, that's the opportunity for joy. It's just talk about it, be clear. And if you need to write up some agreements, some guardrails here to protect your current relationship or a future relationship, then that's what needs to happen. There's also a call here for opportunity for joy, beautiful Scorpio, not to rush into anything too quickly, too eagerly, and to hold back from moving too fast towards a situation. In other words, you're being asked to first get the details figured out, the agreements with people. Maybe the person that this situation here that you have going on with the Queen and the King of Cups and the Lovers, maybe regardless if you're monogamous or non-monogamous, the person coming in, there's some things that are not quite, there's some loose ends. I don't know if this is on your end or on their end, but there are some loose ends here that need to be discussed in whatever situation you find yourself in within this context, okay? So let's see what clarification you have here. Oh, my Scorpios. You always get yourself into stuff. I adore you, though. I mean, I really do. But can you just keep it simple once in a while? Nah, that would be too boring. I don't think you can do that. Simple would just bore the heck out of you, honey. You would be like, who am I without a little challenge? All right, what is the clarifier here? Clarifiers for a beautiful Scorpio for June. Queen of Swords, clarifying the Three of Pentacles, which is about being clear, speaking exactly what you need. And that could be it, right? Just being honest with your, and here's the thing, Scorpios are honest. I mean, you're going to say how it is, right? But sometimes Scorpios are not honest, not because you don't have the ability to, not because you're afraid of being honest, but because a lot of people can't handle the truth. And a lot of people can't handle the truth the way a Scorpio communicates the truth, right? Because Scorpios are like, clear, this is what I want, this is what I like. And not everyone can handle that. And so you have the Princess of Cups here, rooting the Fool, which is confirmation that you want to go towards something new regarding a love interest. And the call to hold your energy back, the Eight of Wands in reverse, is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. And so, yeah, this is about turning the wheel. You're basically taking matters into your own hands, Scorpio, and turning the wheel towards the direction that needs to go, right? Usually the Wheel of Fortune is fate, right? And that's something we really have control over. It's usually something that we have to let the wheel go. Let it just, what's that song, Jesus Take the Wheel? And here it's a little different. Here it's basically saying you're going to have to turn the wheel, because the way it's clarifying these wands in reverse is almost like you're going to have to do the counterintuitive thing here. And I think you know that already. It's like there's a counterintuitive, like something that's contradictory to what maybe someone else may do in your situation. You're realizing that that actually may work for you, is what I'm trying to say. And so that's your opportunity for joy. Your opportunity for joy is to speak about the things you need, whatever that unorthodox way of, whatever that need is for you, to be honest about it and to take matters into your hands and make happen. Make shit happen is what I want to say. Okay. All right, Scorpio, let's get your advice here for June. What's the advice? I'm trying to keep these readings short. I don't know if I'll succeed, but we'll see. Advice for a beautiful Scorpio for the month of June regarding this situation. What is the advice for... Come on, you want to come out or not? Knight of Wands again, and Knight of Wands in reverse. So you have two cards in reverse, and both cards, out of all the cards you have out, my beautiful Scorpio, you only have two Wands cards, and both of those Wands cards are in reverse. Wands is our fire. Wands is our attraction towards someone. Wands is our sexual attraction. Mars is our eagerness towards something. Wands is our get up and go towards something. And this is the second card, the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, and I think it's very clearly saying slow your roll, like slow it down. Whatever that energy is, there's a reason you're being asked to, because now this is your advice, right? So there's a reason you're being asked to hold back on that, you see? Now this is right next to Justice, next to Temperance, okay? So the signs of Libra and Sagittarius may or may not mean something to you. You may, if you are dealing with one of these two signs, there is a call here to hold back your energy. There may be an individual who has these signs in their big three, or this just may be spirit cautioning you to hold back that energy until you actually see things in writing or come to a clear agreement about some kind of fairness and some type of balance, because both justice and temperance are about balancing something. Justice can sometimes be balancing something through agreement, through contractual obligation, and speaking of fairness in writing, or making something fair by way of agreement. Okay, and so here you're being asked to, before you move forward in any physical kind of way or any eager kind of way, first of all, hold that energy back, pull that energy back, so that everyone gets a fair chance here to contribute their needs. Like, what is it that their needs? Especially here with temperance. Temperance is very much about balancing the yin and yang, the male and female, the masculine and feminine, all of that. But it's also about balancing emotions with tangibility, emotions with what's practical. And so when you have the Knight of Wands in reverse next to Justice, it's really about coming to terms in a situation with someone else or whomever is involved, making sure that things are agreed upon very clearly and that things are in balance and that everything's in the up and up here with Temperance. Additionally, though, or alternatively, it could be asking you to hold energy back from a Libra and or a Sagittarius, or slow it down. I'm not saying not to give your energy. It's saying hold it back, okay? Pull it back for whatever reason. It's like there's some stuff here that you're trying to work out and figure out, my beautiful Scorpio. Okay, go ahead and ask your question. We're going to pull a yes or no answer. Beautiful Scorpio. All right, ask your question. And dear Spirit, is it a yes or is it a no? Is it a yes or is it a no? Is it a yes? What is the answer to Scorpio's question? Make it clear. It's a no. And the no is confirmed by the moon, La Luna. This is my deck in Spanish. And the reason, my beautiful Scorpio, the reason that you got a no as your answer is because potentially the question you are asking still has many unknowns to it. There are some secrets or information that you have not been given. And so there's something there that is basically coming up as it's an illusion. So whatever you asked your question, whatever it was about, is that there's an illusion about that situation, something that you're not being completely honest with yourself about, that's unstable, that is not fully developed, it's vague. Yeah, there's something there, and that's why you gotta know. That's why the answer needs to be no, or is a no. Okay, beautiful. I hope this was very helpful. I will try, if I remember, to take a picture of this, and I will post it up here somewhere so that you get to see it visually. And with that said, if you haven't subscribed, liked, or commented yet, please do so. It very much helps to subscribe to my channel, and I would be so grateful to you for doing that. Thank you, and I hope to see you here soon. I will be posting the Cross Watcher read here in the next couple of days, so I hope you're well. Bye.